Hi there. I just made a video and I realized there were some things that I want to restate. So, you know what? We just came from the prison. Patrick is there with me, was there with me. He's still there. I had to leave early, but we were talking to the right-hand man of the warden, an inmate who's inside the prison. He's a trustee. Of course, the warden has an assistant warden who's overseeing operations within the prison, but this person is that I'm talking about is a inmate who is overseeing operations among the inmates. So, like for example, organizational things, parties, gathering together. He's overseeing those religious groups who come and doing scheduling. Actually, it's a big job. He was overseeing a project lately, repairing the roof of the chapel. They call it the chapel. So what we're planning to do is a project called Angel Tree. And now Angel Tree was started by Chuck Colson of Prison Fellowship International. It's still going. It's branched out into other prison ministries around the world, and that name Angel Tree now refers to any kind of project which is giving gifts to prisoners' families. We give gifts to the families through the prisoners. In fact, it seems like it comes from the prisoner. We would ask their gift and who they would like to give it to, or would they like to give it to the family as a whole. What would you like to give, as long as it's a certain amount that we preset, which depends also on how much money we can raise. So we're able to raise money and then give to the prisoners. So we don't give them money, of course, but we allow them to select a gift of a certain amount. Now, a few things I have to make note of is that if we are unable to raise a certain amount, this amount, minimum amount, since this is our first time doing this, we would simply give toiletries to the prisoners, which they also need. They're not provided here in the Philippines, so we're giving them toiletries per prisoner if we're unable to come up with the minimum amount for this Angel Tree project. Now, this is the first time, as I said, so it might happen like that, but we're just praying that we will be able to raise the amount that we want to raise for the Angel Tree project, so that we can ask the prisoners, now, what do you want to give to your family? And then we will buy it for them. Someone will buy it for them. We haven't even talked about that yet, who will do the actual purchasing, but that's not a problem. Someone will buy this gift and then give it back to the prisoner to give to their family when their family visits. Now, of course, if families are far away and they need money to transportation money, we'll come up with that also. So there's a lot of budgetary things we need as well for this project. Now, we're just praying and hoping we can do this, and if we cannot do it this year, we can do it next year. Now, another benefit of this is that we get to work together, of all of the religious groups and all of the stakeholders of the prison get to work together, and that's a wonderful thing. We did that in 2017, I believe. That was the last time we ever really worked together. You know why? Because we don't have a strong leader who has time. I just don't have the time. I know that Patrick doesn't have the time. And probably most pastors don't have the time to do that. We need someone who has the time to dedicate to be a leader of this organization. And we had that before, and unfortunately he passed away, but it was a wonderful organization where we would just come together and what are we going to do for, in fact, at that time we had, I think, 6 or 7 different subcommittees. One was the livelihood committee, one was the aftercare committee. There was even a legal committee to look into, and to research prisoners who said, well, I haven't had a hearing yet. And then we would look into that. Is that really true? We would try to find attorneys for people who have lost attorneys. And sometimes the government is slow in assigning a new public defender. So we would do things like that. The livelihood committee would look into livelihood programs, which we could do. There were so many things that we were doing back in the day, and it would be nice to have. And yes, we did have a educational committee too, which was looking into ways. And I remember that we even started a ALS, which is an alternative learning system. It's a high school level program for those who have not gone to high school. So really cool, really cool. And then so this organization is really wonderful, and hopefully we can start this again. But God is wonderful, and I pray, and I would ask you, please pray for us as we will be planning on this and strategizing for this Angel Tree program. And if it does not work out this year, and we're praying that it will, we can still bless the prisoners. As a group, we can do more than we could do alone. Even working alone, we can make a lot of changes, but working together, we can do more than if we worked alone. And that's called synergy, right? The outcome of working together is not just plus of what we do alone. It's actually multiplied. Our effort working together is really multiplied, and it's wonderful. And let's just pray. Please pray for us as we try to start this Angel Tree program here in Dumaguete City, Philippines. If you would like to help, reach out to me. You can see my email address in the video description, or you can just reply to this video. And if you do that, please leave your email address so I can get back to you privately if you want it to be a private communication. God bless you, and thank you.